Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, this is time. I have presentation about my course is Economic and ICT Learning Media about development of information technology based learning media. Okay, before enter the material, I want to tell you about my identity. My name is Reski Melo Putri. My identity number is 19053019. I major in economic education. Okay, so what is topic for this time is the first is distance learning with learning tools. Number 2 is multimedia in learning. Number 3 is interactive learning material. And number 4 is web-based teaching material. And the last is internet. Okay, for the first is distance learning with learning tools. According to Henderson, e-learning is distance learning that uses computer technology or usually the internet. Henderson also added that e-learning allows students to learn via computer in their respective class without having to physically go to class. E-learning provides an opportunity for learning to be in control of their own learning success, meaning that learning are given to freedom to decide when to start, when to finish, and which part of model they want to learn. And the next, the benefit of e-learning can be seen from two angles, namely from the point of view of student and teacher. The first is from the learning point. With learning activities, it is possible to develop high learning flexibility. That is, students can access learning material at any time and repeatedly. Students can also communicate it with teacher or lecturer at any time. With these conditions, students can future strengthen their mastery of the learning material. The second is from the point of view of the teacher or lecturer. Some of the benefits obtained by teacher or lecturer or instructor include that the kind. Number 1 is more easily update learning material for which they are responsible in according with the demand of specific development that occurs. Number 2 is develop themselves or conduct research in order to increase their insight because they have relatively more free time. Number 3 is control the learning activities of students, and the 4 is check whether students have worked on practice question after studying a particular topic, and the last is checking student answer and informing the result to student. And the next is topic multimedia in learning. Learning multimedia can be interpreted as a computer-based interactive communication system in integrated presentation. The term computer-based means that multimedia program is configured to present learning. So, what is benefit of learning media? Multimedia learning provides benefits in several teaching and learning situations. Based on this, multimedia in the teaching and learning process can be used in three functions, namely as follows. The first is multimedia can function as instructional aid. The second is multimedia can function as interactive tutorial, for example in simulation. And the last is multimedia can serve as a source of learning instruction. So multimedia requires two main components. The first component is a multimedia or PC capable of handling various information formats, including video, animation, graphics, and other. The second is a distribution method that is able to combine different types of data in present time in one view remotely. And the three topic is interactive learning material. Understanding interactive media in the teaching and learning process is a digital product or service provided by teacher to student by presenting learning content such as text, moving image, and others. Some example of interactive learning media. The first is computer device. In an effort to foster enthusiasm and motivation of students in receiving material in the learning process, teacher can use digital multimedia in the form of computer device that can be used to play film or song containing learning material. The second is learning software, and the last is educational website. Reason that make you have to use interactive learning media. First is can uniform learning material to all students. Number two is can make the learning process clear and more interesting. And the third is can make the learning process more interactive. And the fourth is can save time and effort. And the five is can improve the quality of student learning outcome. And the sixth is practically used in terms of place and time. And the last is able to foster a positive attitude of students toward learning. And the fourth topic is web-based teaching material. Web-based teaching material are a set of material that are systematically arranged in the form of a web so that students can continue to access learning material whenever with a sense of comfort. So what is the function of web-based teaching material? The first is as a substitute. It's as alternative model of learning activities for students. And so what's benefit of web-based teaching material? If web-based learning is designing properly and appropriately, it can make learning fun, has a high element of interactivity, cause students to remember more teaching material, and reduce operational costs that are usually incurred by students who take part in learning. The last is Internet. Internet-based learning is learning by using multimedia, computer facilities to create teaching material. Benefit of the Internet for learning activities. The first is allow time and place flexibility, learning interaction to occurs. And the two is improve the quality of teaching and learning interaction. And the last is potential to reach a global audience or can reach students in a global or very broad scope. The next is utilization of the Internet in learning. The use of the Internet as a learning medium conditions students to learn independently. According to Gordon, students can access online from various libraries, museum database, and get primary source on historical events, biographies, recording reports, studies, Okay, I think just it my presentation for right now. Sorry for my mistake. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.